This is my villain's backstories, part 2, Zoe edition, or pretty sure it's Zoe's. Yep. It's hard to draw, people like that, so yeah. Basically have no details on what to draw, so just chose to draw like that. But yeah, I drew it like a while back. Let's see. Yeah, Kimberly Black might be coming back every once in a while. And because we have one character that's our favorite, and this is the one. So yeah, let's get started with her backstory. She was born quirkless. Zoe is the second strongest in the 7 sins. She's a general of envy. She has the same sin as me. So yeah. She was born quirkless. She had no chance of getting a quirk. She, was being treated horribly for never having a quirk. Her parents were abusing her. She was getting whipped. She was getting stabbed. Her parents absolutely hated her. And one day, someone was getting born. Her little brother. Once her little brother was born, her parents started to, keep going around him. Like, they kept paying attention to him, kept, being nice to him, because he actually had a strong quirk. He was born with a quirk. His quirk was water. Basically, he had the ability to control all water. And that means he could control blood flow, or he could, to make ice out of water, he can make steam out of water. He can control water however he wants. So, her brother is being told to treat Zoe horribly. Told that she's worthless and she's a disappointment to her entire family. Telling her directly to her face that she shouldn't have been born. They've been treating her horribly her entire life. They keep whipping her, and her brother starts to beat her up and starts to starts to drown her wherever he can. He shuts off some blood flow to certain areas in her body. Shuts off the blood flow in her legs so she can't walk, and he can just start beating up on her. She's being tortured every day of her life, and then one day she snaps. She basically goes on a murderous rampage to everyone that's mistreated her. She just starts killing without meaning to. She did it all in her sleep, too. It wasn't any multiple personality or anything like that. Her body naturally did that by itself. It chose to kill everyone there to save itself. So, once the police finds out she was quirkless, so she couldn't have done that much damage, especially with someone with such a strong quirk. So, yeah, they basically are just also examining her body, noticing how her legs are all purple and how many whip marks she has, how many stab marks she has. So, and they ask how she got them. Did the murderer get her and do this to her? And Zoe says no, her family did this to her. And they basically are just disgusted and saying it might have not been a murderer, but just just a guardian angel, if anything, for her. And they look into her records to see if she could have done all that damage, and it says that she has no mental illnesses and no quirk. And it looks like their bodies were all torn to pieces. So, like a wild animal or someone with a claw quirk. Well, not claw, but a quirk that a wild animal would have. They just chalk it up to a wild animal got a quirk and just decided to break in and kill everyone. But she was luckily in her room. So that's what they're just going to chalk it up to be. But Zoe, at the back of her mind, actually knows what happened. So she's basically going to foster home. But then a brilliant professor, but some nice people just decide to, adopt her. She's basically, feeling better that someone decided to adopt her, but she's not feeling all that safe. And the reason why she's not feeling all that safe is she has a natural instinct now to sense danger. They're planning on sacrificing her to their god. So, Zoe decides to run away before they can chop off her head and limbs and serve them to their god. So, she runs away, and a brute finds her. A brute named Cain finds her. Cain basically asks what's wrong with her, and she basically says her whole life story, and he's starting to feel bad for her. She basically says that she just wants to have a normal life, and Cain basically says, I can't do that. No one can do that for you but you. But if you don't want anyone else to harm you, come with me. And she does, and he basically adopts her on the spot. He's like 18, so it's okay for him to adopt her. So once that happens, Cain basically gets her enrolled into these martial arts classes so she can at least protect herself. And then she starts feeling better. She knows that she can protect herself now, and she has a good parent. But she doesn't know what he's doing at nighttime. He's a villain. He raises her by the day, robs a bank, and kills people during the night. Okay, this is where I'm going to be ending my WIF for now. I mean, not WIF, but my story for now. See you guys later, and peace. Like, subscribe, and comment.